That yellow box has been in American kitchens since 1850. One ingredient on the label: cornstarch. You stir a spoonful into hot liquid and it thickens. Gravy, sauces, soups, pie filling. But here is something that might surprise you. That same powder is inside the pills in your medicine cabinet. Same ingredient, same property. In your pot, it pulls liquid together into a gel. In your stomach, it absorbs water and breaks the pill apart from the inside. Same molecule, opposite results. This is how one white powder from a $2 box runs through your kitchen, your pharmacy, and a $30 billion industry built on a single trick. A grain of cornstarch is a microscopic capsule. Inside, long chains of amylose are packed tight alongside branched clusters called amylopectin. Add water and heat. The water pushes into the grain through gaps between chains. The grain swells. At around 70 degrees Celsius, it bursts. Amylose floods out and tangles into a mesh. That mesh traps water. Liquid becomes thick. That is your gravy. Now remove the heat. Pack those same dry grains into a compressed pill. The pill hits your stomach. Fluid rushes in. The grains swell 40 to 80% in diameter. Pressure builds inside the tablet. The pill cracks apart and releases the drug. Pharmacists call it a disintegrant. You call it the powder you use for Thanksgiving gravy. Thomas Kingsford worked as a chemist at a wheat starch factory in Bergen, New Jersey, run by William Colgate. In 1842, he discovered a method for extracting starch from corn instead of wheat. The discovery was an accident, but the starch was purer and cheaper. Kingsford kept it as a trade secret, never filed a patent, and in 1848 moved to Oswego, New York, where he built the Oswego starch factory along the river. For the first 8 years, nobody ate it. Cornstarch was sold for laundry. Commercial laundries bought heavy cubes of it to stiffen shirts and linens. In 1850, Kingsford proved the powder was safe to eat. Cookbooks started publishing recipes within months. One ingredient, 2 industries. Here is the thing nobody tells you. The factory does not make starch. It frees starch that is already there. A corn kernel is 70% starch by dry weight. But that starch is locked inside the endosperm, wrapped in a protein matrix that will not let go without a fight. The fight starts in the steep tanks. Whole corn kernels are submerged in a solution of sulfur dioxide and lactic acid that heated to 50 degrees Celsius. They sit there for 24 to 48 hours. The sulfur dioxide breaks the protein bonds that surround each starch granule. The lactic acid, produced by lactobacillus bacteria growing inside the tank, softens the cell walls. 2 chemicals, 1 job: loosen the grip. After 2 days, the softened kernels move to the first grind. Attrition mills crack them just enough to release the germ, the oil-rich core. Hydrocyclones spin the slurry and the lighter germ floats to the top. That germ becomes corn oil. The bottle in your pantry started here. The remaining slurry moves through finer mills. Screens catch the fiber and hull fragments. What passes through is called mill starch, a white liquid carrying only 2 things: starch and protein. This is where density does the work. Starch granules are slightly heavier than protein particles. The slurry enters a series of hydrocyclones, centrifuges that spin at high speed. The heavier starch sinks to the outside wall. The lighter protein, called gluten, rises to the center. Starch exits one end. Protein exits the other. No chemistry, no filtration, just weight and spin. The separated starch is washed with clean water multiple times until it reaches 99% purity. Then it is dried. What comes out is a white powder with no taste, no smell, no protein, no fat. Pure carbohydrate chains waiting to absorb water. Nothing is wasted. The germ becomes corn oil. The protein becomes corn gluten meal, a 60% protein animal feed. The fiber becomes corn gluten feed. Even the steep water is sold for amino acid production and fermentation. Every fraction of the kernel leaves the factory as a product. 28 plants in the United States process 3.5 billion bushels of corn this way every year. 88 million tons of cornstarch reach the global market annually. All of it extracted by the same sequence: soak, crack, spin, wash, dry. The yellow box on your shelf is the end of a process. That took 48 hours and began with sulfur dioxide, dissolving protein bonds inside a submerged corn kernel. Here is where the story flips. You assumed cornstarch lives in the kitchen. It does not. The same property that thickens your gravy, absorb water and swell, runs through industries that have nothing to do with food. When talc was linked to cancer, Johnson & Johnson reformulated baby powder with a cornstarch base. Same hygroscopic trick, different surface. Instead of thickening liquid in a pot, it pulls moisture off skin. In paper mills, cornstarch fills the gaps between cellulose fibers, creating the smooth surface your printer needs. In pharmaceutical plants, it is the most common disintegrant in tablet manufacturing, used at concentrations of 2 to 10% to guarantee the pill breaks apart on schedule. One property, one powder, $30 billion a year. And the same property that makes starch swell in water creates something stranger when you skip the heat. Mix cornstarch with cold water at roughly a 1 to 1.5 ratio. Stir slowly and it flows like cream. Slam your fist into it and it locks solid. Lift your hand and it melts back to liquid. Scientists call it a shear thickening non-Newtonian fluid. Under slow force, the starch chains slide past each other. Under fast force, they jam. The same granules that swell gently in hot gravy become rigid armor under impact. Research labs have tested starch-based fluids as components in flexible body armor, liquid layers that harden on bullet impact and remain soft against the body at rest. The kitchen powder and the ballistic research run on the same physics. Cornstarch works in your gravy, your pills, your baby powder, your printer paper, and a ballistics lab for the same reason. It does one thing: absorb water and swell. It does not flavor. It does not color. It does not bind proteins or catalyze reactions. No taste, no smell, no nutritional function beyond raw calories. 99% pure carbohydrate chains and nothing else. That emptiness is the point. Because cornstarch carries no characteristics of its own, every industry can use it without interference. In a sauce, it thickens without changing flavor. In a pill, it swells without reacting with the drug. On skin, it absorbs without irritation. On paper, it fills without discoloring. It works everywhere because it is almost nothing. The next time you reach for that yellow box, hold it for a second. One ingredient, $2. The powder inside is doing the same thing it has done since 1842. Absorbing water, swelling. That is all it knows. And that has been enough. One ingredient, one property. A yellow box in every kitchen in the country. Now you know what it actually does. That is the process. We reveal how things actually work, one story at a time. If there is something you would like us to explore next, let us know. Until then, trust the process.